For the best collection of over 100 wild game video recipes you will ever find, for $6, go to www.vimeo.com/on-demand/cooking-wild-game.
Hi, I'm Rich from the Wild Things Show, Cooking Wild Game. And I'm with Big Mac Sherman from the Outdoor Domain. And Mac was a chuck wagon chef for many years.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the rumor is you're pretty good at it.
Well, I never got fired, but I had a lot of hungry people, so if they're hungry, if you're hungry, you do a pretty good job.
But that's a little bonus. When they're hungry, they don't complain much, do they?
Invite them to eat at 7 and feed them at 8, and everybody's happy because they're hungry.
Well, you know, I was asking around about you a little bit, and I got a lot of volunteers to come down here and try out the food.
Well, I noticed nobody volunteered to come help cook.
Yeah.
They're all ready to come try it, but nobody wants to come help cook.
So we're in the plains of Texas?
Yes, sir. South Plains.
South Plains of Texas. And what are we in this episode? What are we doing?
Well, a little bit of everything. We have a huge flyway for the sandhill crane. And so I have a freezer full of sandhill crane, and they call it the ribeye of the skies. Well, that's a little bit of a stretch, but it is pretty good, pretty edible. So we're going to do a couple of different recipes with some sandhill crane. And you are in Texas, so we're going to cook some calf fries. Some people call them mountain oysters. For those that don't have a clue about what we're talking about bull testicles. We're going to cook some of those today too while we're in the kitchen.
That was my favorite prank. The Easters.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When they come hunting, is feed them some oysters.
Yes, sir.
Oh, great. Well, okay, we'll let you get started here then, and we'll cook up some.
All right, sounds good. Okay, I told you we make a marinade, a real simple marinade for our crane. We also use this on steaks, any heavy meat. If it's a really marbled steak, I don't use it like a real marbled ribeye. But if you're doing something like flank steak or sirloin or round steak, something that doesn't have a lot of marbling in it, this is a great marinade for that. It penetrates the meat, tenderizes the meat, and has a really great flavor. So it's real quick, I'll show you how we make this. Our little marinade is really simple. I'm a simple person. I've told Rich that several times, that my recipes are not complicated, they're just really tasty. So it is 1 part Worcestershire sauce, which 10 ounces, if you buy the small bottle, they're 10 ounces. This is a bigger bottle, but you just remember 1 part Worcestershire, 1 part soy sauce, and then 2 parts beer. So if you've used 6 ounces of each one of these, and you're going to put a 12-ounce beer in there, any beer, I prefer, I don't like the real light beers for this. I prefer a dark beer. We just happen to have some Coors on hand, so that's what we're going to use here today. And that is a very simple marinade that works fantastic on wild game that has very little fat, dark tissue, dark meat. Works on crane, works on deer, works on elk, works on beef just fine, but beef will take on too much of the flavor. You don't want to marinate beef very long in it. It's an outstanding marinade for any wild game, especially sandhill crane. And I'll show you that here in just a little bit, why that marinade works. It's a great flavor on sandhill crane.
You won't believe how great you can cook wild game by watching our professional chefs. Now with 100 plus episodes. For $6, get the best online wild game cooking show you will ever find. Visit www.vimeo.com/on-demand/cooking wild game. Enjoy!